not joking. All my guys, them know me.
Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell so that whenever I post, you'll be the first to find out. You guys, it is no longer funny anymore. At this point, it is clear that the UK is all out to cut down net migration. Like, they don't send anybody, papa. They know they look anybody face again, because the things that have been happening lately, at this point, I don't know what to say. It's just a lot. In my last content, I came out here to tell you guys how the UK has sent out letters to so many carers asking them to get a job within 60 days or risk deportation. And that has thrown a whole lot of people into frustration. As I'm speaking to you, a lot of people are confused, they are frustrated, they don't even know their next step. We are yet to digest that story. We are still trying to figure out what to do. I mean, we've not even come to terms with what's going on, and now another bombshell is the turn of international students. You guys know that the UK has stopped international students that are doing non-research programs from bringing their dependents to the UK, and at the same time, Home Secretary asked MAG to probe the post-study visa and make sure that it is not being abused, which of course they came out to say indeed it is not being abused. And moreover, you've already stopped non-research program people from bringing their dependents to the UK. That alone has cut down net migration when it comes to that route, and suggested that the post-study visa should be retained, thankfully. Now, Teesside University has contacted Home Office to terminate so many people's visa. Yes, guys, it is so heartbreaking. And you know that before you're able to come here as a student, you must show your proof of funds, which of course a lot of people did. In fact, it's mandatory. You must do. It's a requirement which all students must fulfill. So these people, obviously, they send their proof of funds to show that, okay, indeed, they can fend for themselves when they come to the UK. But let's not even get started. We all know that exchange rate is currently at the highest. Exchange rate is skyrocketing every day. The last time I checked, it was 1,886. I've not checked since then. I don't even know what it is now as I'm speaking to you, but it has not gone below 1,500 for a very, very long time. You will agree with me that even if you provided £20,000 as your proof of fund at the time when pounds were about 800, now that it has doubled or even tripled, you can tell that that proof of fund will not even be of value to you anymore. Like, it's literally not going to be enough for you anymore. And mind you, most international students currently, they are facing shift issues. They barely get shifts, and they can't work more than 20 hours during term time. Can you describe frustration and depression in another word? This is it, clearly staring at us, at our faces. Now let's quickly go through the website. You guys I like to show you guys the website. Let's go through it together. Now, Teesside University students were blocked from their studies and reported to the Home Office after the value of Nigeria's naira plummeted, wiping out their savings. Some told BBC they felt suicidal as they accused the university of taking a heartless approach to those who fell into arrears as a consequence. A university spokesman said failure to pay was a breach of visa sponsorship requirements and that it had no choice but to alert the Home Office. The Home Office said visa sponsorship decisions rested with the institution. So they're trying to say, hands off, this is not my problem, this is not my business, deal with it with the university. It has to do with university. I have a lot of things on my head, on my shoulder. I cannot be bothered. And mind you, this same Home Office, they are trying to cut down net migration significantly. Guys, this is heartbreaking. Let's continue. Nigeria is currently experiencing its worst economic crisis in a generation, which is having a significant impact on Nigerian students at some UK universities. The annual inflation rate is now almost 34%, partly driven by President Bola Tinubu's dropping of a fuel subsidy last year that put up petrol and diesel prices, and which has filtered through into the cost of other goods. Now, let's look into some of the students that have been affected. You guys, this is heartbreaking. Adenike Ibrahim was close to handing in her dissertation at the end of 2 years of study when she missed one payment and was then kicked off her course and reported to the Home Office. She subsequently paid the outstanding fees but said she had not been re-enrolled and was told she must leave the country along with her young son. I did default on payment. She said, yes, I did default on payment, but I had already paid 90% and I am currently at the point of handing in my dissertation. Like, she's almost done with her studies and she came here with her son. What do you expect her to do? And she said she does not know what's going to happen to her qualification because she's just at the finish line and she came here with a child that even when she told her son, the son was beyond heartbroken. And this was exactly one of the points I raised in my last video. I always feel for kids when these things happen to their parents. Imagine when I was a young girl, my mom just got a breakthrough and we had to move abroad. I told my friends, bye, we are moving to London. London is now my new home. I'm going to grow up in London. Like, do you know the excitement when kids get when they are moving abroad and then they come here, they're so excited, they start their new school, make new friends, they're just so happy, relaxed. In fact, they don't even want to think of Nigeria again in their life, and then you tell them to go back. Like, how heartbreaking. And at the same time, most of us, we all came here because of our children. Take it or leave it. We just want our kids to live a better life. We want them to be happy. We want them to have access to the things we never had access to. We want them to study their dream course, be successful in life, because whether you like it or not, this is a land of opportunities. So it's so heartbreaking. And now Adenike is saying, what do you want me to do? I've passed all my exams. I did not miss any of my classes. I'm just at the finish line and I have paid 90% of my school fees and you want me to go back? Do you know the amount of money I have invested into this country? Having paid 90% of my school fees and you just want me to go back? No certificates. Go back to where? To what? Now, Home Office told students, including Miss Ibrahim, that their permission to enter the UK had been cancelled because they stopped studying at the university. The letter sent by the BBC offer a date by which students must leave the country and say they do not have a right of appeal or administrative review against the decision. Like, they can't appeal. No administrative review. They've given them a date for them to exit the country, else they will be termed illegal migrants, and you know that can be very dangerous. The university said it had made every effort to support affected students who had now been offered individual meetings with specialist staff and bespoke payment plans were requested. That's what they always say. Remember in my last video, Home Office said they were supporting carers that have been sent out letters, and when they asked them, okay, what support have you put in place? What exactly are you doing? They said it was ongoing. They never said anything. Now let's continue. Esther Obigwe said she repeatedly tried to speak to university about her financial struggles but received no response until she too was blocked from her studies and received notice to leave the country. I attended all of my classes and seminars. I'm a hell of an active student, she said. It is disheartening. I am now on antidepressants. I'm being here alone. I have nobody to talk to. For over 2 months, I've barely eaten or slept. And I don't understand why this is being meted at us. We didn't do anything wrong. She added that most of the students have spent a lot of money to be here. Whether you like it or not, studying in the UK is very, very expensive. We are talking of thousands of pounds, which I keep saying that most Brits cannot afford it. Check their account balance. How many of them barely even have 5,000 savings somewhere? Talk more of being able to cough out that huge amount of money. It is really crazy. And Teesside University, as far as I know, is one university that is largely populated by Nigerian students, by international students. There are lots of Nigerians there because the school fees is one of the most affordable out there. And mind you, these people that are saying when they came here, university told them that they can pay their school fees in 7 installments, and now they've reduced it to 3 installments. So I mean, you've prepared your mind that okay, this is how much I'm gonna work hard, this is how much I'm gonna pay. You know, you've prepared your mind based on the 7 installments, and then they tell you it's now 3 installments. And because they're not able to afford it, you report them to Home Office to send them back in. No words at this point. Let's go on. Jude Salubi, who was studying to be a social worker, was midway through a placement when he was told his access to the university was suspended and he would have to leave the country. Prior to that, he traveled from Teesside to Liverpool each weekend to work 18 hours in an attempt to pay off the outstanding fees. As of now, I have paid 14,000 and have a balance of 14,000, he said. Yeah, I'm willing to come to an agreement as to how I will make this payment, but I need guarantees that I will be re-enrolled into school and my visa restored. BBC had to approach university to know what's going on. Now, this is what they said. The spokesman added that it was aware of the challenging financial situation faced by some students and had actively offered bespoke payment plans where requested. This option has been taken up by many of our international students. However, some students have still defaulted on these revised payment plans, it said. The Home Office said the decision to offer or withdraw visa sponsorship rested with the sponsoring institution. A spokesman said wherever a visa was shortened or cancelled, individuals should take steps to regularize their stay or make arrangements to leave the UK. Honestly, I don't know. With the way things are, it just looks like they are hell-bent on these people leaving, and our Home Office clearly they've answered. So the decision is now resting on the shoulders of Teesside University. And mind you, Teesside, if I'm sure, the university close to Middlesbrough, trust me, there are no jobs there. So I don't want anybody to come into the comment section to start saying, but your mates have been working to pay off their school fees. What have you been doing? There are no jobs in Teesside, Sunderland. I don't know about other towns or cities, but you see these two cities, there are no jobs. People live far away, they work far away and study there because the university is affordable, so they prefer to study there and they just live far away. Yeah, they are able to get jobs. So let's be less judgmental on these people, please. Honestly, it's very sad. Now imagine this young man is a social worker student. He said he has paid 14,000 so far and he has balance of 14,000. I feel like they should just be lenient. Gosh, like this country is depressing enough. Like, it is so depressing. I can tell you this. Don't look at anybody and say, oh, everything is fine with this person. We all have our struggles. We all have something we are fighting. It's tough out there. Guys, it's tough. It's hard. And that's why when I talk on black tax, people come for me like, I'm like, you don't know what people, your family members are facing here, and you're making demands because you feel like, oh, my sister is in London, my brother is in London, because clearly everywhere in the UK is London. It's just sad. Guys, share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Teesside University will reconsider? I sincerely pray and hope that they reconsider, because I do not wish this for my worst enemy. Go back to where? To what? As in that idea of going back, I don't like it, except the person is willing to go back. But going back because you're forced to, because you have no option, is the most devastating thing ever. And I pray that they give them listening ears and just support them the best way they can. So we'll come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and I will see you all again. Bye guys.